En 100 años, todos estaremos enterrados con nuestras familias y amigos. Extranjeros vivirán en las casas que con tanto esfuerzo construimos y alguien más poseerá todo lo que tenemos hoy. La mayoría de nuestras posesiones serán regaladas o tiradas y destruidas, incluido el coche en el que gastamos nuestra fortuna, que probablemente terminará en un desguace. Nuestros descendientes sabrán muy poco de nosotros y no se acordarán. Y sí, ¿cuántos de nosotros sabemos quién fue el padre de nuestro bisabuelo? Tras nuestra muerte, nos recordarán unos pocos años más, y luego solo seremos un retrato colgado en la pared de alguien. Y algunas décadas después, nuestra historia, fotos y acciones desaparecerán en el olvido. Ni siquiera seremos un recuerdo. El mayor arrepentimiento de las personas al final de su vida en su lecho de hospital es no haber vivido lo suficiente, postergando siempre todo para más tarde. Entonces, ¿por qué temer hacer lo que siempre hemos soñado?
So I just wanted to offer my 2 cents on the Shanzi and Nino defamation case. If you're new here, my name is Fran. I'm a Jamaican living in Vienna, Austria, and before I left Jamaica, I practiced as a lawyer for 5 years. Yeah, so just wanted to point out, this is what the Gleaner article says. It says that they've been granted a default judgment against the blogger. So in a default judgment, you didn't win the case on its merits. You won the case because the defendant did not file an acknowledgement of service or a defense in time. So when someone is served with a lawsuit, they have 14 days to file an acknowledgement of service. So typically after you get served with a lawsuit, you find a lawyer as quickly as possible, and then they're going to file that acknowledgement of service for you. And that pretty much is exactly what it says. You're acknowledging that you have been served with the claim form. And that has to be done within 14 days. And then within 42 days, you have to file a defense. And this is 42 days after the defendant was served with the claim form. So if this is a default judgment, all it means is that the defendant, the blogger, did not file whether an acknowledgement of service or a defense or both within the stipulated time frame. So the judgment was entered on October 4, so I'm guessing that the Adair's attorneys just, counted the 42 days, and then on the 43rd day, they made an application for a default judgment. This doesn't necessarily mean that the case is over. The defendant can still file an application to have the default judgment set aside and then file her defense after that with the permission of the court. But of course, if the defendant does nothing, then the case is going to proceed to an assessment of damages where the court will determine how much money is to be awarded. And then their attorney will look about enforcing the judgment and getting them their money. So let's see how it plays out. I haven't had a chance to look at the facts of this case. Can you guys tell me what this blogger said about them in the comments, please?
And if I don't see that respect, if I know I'm not demanding it, but I know I'm owed it, because a lot of parents, because they're the parents, they think that they should deal with their children a certain type of way, and you're supposed to accept it because it's your parents. But as long as you know that you're treading the right path, you're not being disrespectful, and you're being obedient to a place where you can now set your boundaries with, no matter who they are, could a mother, father, uncle, sister, I don't business who it is, I'm going to set boundaries. And if my boundaries are going to block you out of my life, I'm fine with that.
Gospel according to Chanel, verse 3, number 20. Because in doing that now, miss, you have made a decision.
Absolutely.
That your mother cannot be a part of your life?
No. Why? If I should think about it like that, I'd probably still be in a mental state. Doing all these shows, looking at all these funds I'm supposed to be making, and then looking at my account and I'm like, wait, something alright.
You thought you were going to go crazy?
Me did mad. My mother.
No, seriously?
Good mother. I was so low that I didn't see anyone that could help, but whom I know could really help me, and that was Jehovah.
I'll get you off this camera when you give me my money. 15 minutes, 125. You know the drill. How many times a week we meet up, Joe? This time, really, you think we finna? No, I'm sorry. Your wife gonna see this. Your wife is gonna see this. Pay me my money or get a divorce. Which one is gonna be?
Get me off that damn
Which one is it gonna be?
Get me off that damn
She's gonna know.
Get me off that damn
3-4 times a week he here, y'all. Facebook, he's here meeting with me in this room. Yeah.
Get me off that damn camera.
No, I'm not getting you off for nothing. Everybody gonna know about you. Run me my money. I ain't got time for this. You know my money is valuable. I'm sorry. You know my time is my money, and I'm explaining my time with you.
I gave you $200 last time.
And you got $200 worth of pleasure the last time too.
Let me pay you when I get home.
No,
Right.
no. You ain't gave me nothing extra. You got extras. I'm sorry. No, absolutely not.
I can't.
This ain't happening. You're not leaving, Joe.
Get me off that damn camera.
No.
Get me
When you give me my money, I'll get you off the camera. You're getting a divorce. What you're gonna get is a divorce.
Get me off that damn
Everybody
camera.
on Facebook is gonna see this. Yes, his name is Joe. She'll know who you are. Everybody might not know, but she will know. She will know. You know, when you give me my money, that's all you gotta do. Just give me my money.
Get me off the damn
Give
camera.
me my money. That's all you have to do. I'm sorry. 15 minutes for 15 minutes. 125. 125. You know the rates. You know the rates.
I'll pay your ass to be free tonight.
What? You have lost your damn mind. You ain't never paid me for nothing free. Whatever you paid me, you got your money's worth every time. You've been satisfied. Do you hear me? You're not leaving this room. You're not leaving this room until I get my money. I'm sorry. No, you white. No, Joe, you're not leaving. Not Joe. No, Joe about to catch a charge, y'all. No, you're not leaving. I will run down here. I'm sorry. No, no. What? Yes, Joe, right here has not paid me my money. I'm sorry. You about to get a divorce, Joe. I'm posting this. You think I'm playing with you? You think I'm playing with you?
And as simple as this, I messed up. This has been a really, really hard few days, but I struggled. And the struggle didn't just begin. You know, the struggle has been a struggle. And the conviction has been great. And many times people don't know how to accept the struggle of a leader or the struggle of the pastor, you know, and they take the human and the man out of the pastor, out of the bishop, out of the apostle, out of the prophet. I didn't address what should have been addressed in my life. You all seen it. I don't have to recap it. You know, you seen the video. You know, but other people will paint a picture of you to be the worst person in the world because of a failure. I want to take my responsibility. That's my...
Conscious is a person who wrote the book Getting Unstuck, and the subtitle of the book was Getting Unstuck, Girl to Girl You Can Be Infected Indeed.
Infected with the HIV virus. The show centers around growing up in Harlem, abuse, addiction, and in explicit detail how she contracted the virus, not through heterosexual contact or IV drug use, but from her female partner.
They're like, girl, you know you was with some man somewhere, you need to stop it. And I'm like, no, I'm telling you, he infected her and she infected me, and I'm gonna show you how. But what people don't realize, it's not the sex of the person, it's the act of sex. And it's coming in contact with the bodily fluid. And so that's why it was so important for me, because I see my people don't get it.
I was dealing with somebody that was a woman that had AIDS. Mm-hmm. She had contracted it from her boyfriend. So they both had the virus unbeknownst to me.
Okay.
And so I had dealt with her and had sex with her for 3 years, unprotected sex.
Okay.
And that's, you know, my biggest message today. If I don't get a chance to say anything else today, you know, protect yourself. Mm-hmm. Because you have a choice today whether you can become HIV positive or not. So we were with each other for 3 years,
okay.
And she had AIDS, and I contracted it from her.
And so when did you find out that you had AIDS, and what was your initial reaction?
Well, initially I had HIV. Mm-hmm. So that's what happens to you at first. Mm-hmm. And I found out when I went to a program, mm-hmm. It was a year program for rehabilitation, mm-hmm. and 6 months, actually 7 months into the program, I went and I got tested, and I found that I had the virus. And at that point, I needed to confront her. My counselor wanted me to confront her. And I did that, and I confronted her.
I was about to ask, did you ever see her again?
Yes, I actually did.
Were you angry? I mean, were you upset? What was your initial
You know,
thought?
I think that when I went into the program and I had regained consciousness if I must say, of my
going
past.
back to that theme.
Exactly, going back to that theme. You know, I felt relieved at that point that I could be alive and know what happened to me as a child because, you know, repressed memory is kind of a heavy topic if you think about it. You know, not remembering something from your childhood. 25 years later and all of a sudden you got all this information. But, you know, as time goes on, you know, I get tested and I go back and I confront her. But it wasn't a bad confrontation because I felt the worst of it had been, you know, told to me. And when I got to her, she was on her deathbed. She had 3 T cells left. At that time, the AZT drug was around and we really know the cartels. She was really on her way out. I took her for a walk by the pond and we talked and she actually gave, you know, I allowed her to I forgave her, in other words.
Well, and I think
that's all about closure.
Right,
you know what I mean?
absolutely. And I think it's amazing that despite all of the things that have happened in your life, you've been able to remain positive. And I know you mentioned you wrote a book.
No pun intended.
True. You wrote a book about your life as well, and I know you wanted it to be adapted into a movie. What's going on with that? What's the latest?
Oh, it looks very good for the film. The book is getting unstuck. Girl to Girl, You Can Be Infected Indeed by Conscious. And what it did was it was able to get some traction in Hollywood. We got an option by Showtime Films. But sometimes, at the end of the day, you want your film to be authentic. You want your life story to be authentic. So the script that was presented was not as authentic as I thought it should be. And so now we have a script that I've written and had help with, you know. We're going to be
Able, you're a man. Anything you have to say, you turn on your life and you say it. TJ, you is a man. Anything you have to say, you say it. Gold God, you is a man. Anything you have for your life, you say it. You turn on your life and say it. What do you have to say 6 years, say the cock go give you all your vex. Turn on your life and say it. Probably you're sexy, them.
No cries would go unheard. Stay strong and watch God work.
I think I know it's both right. I see it. That's all right. You have to go out, you don't run around and get your things wherever. Plus, you have to go in Asha show later. Right? So this is like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I just can't come to terms with this. I will never come to terms with this because this is my friend. And I don't care who don't like the friend or who don't like the team, who don't like the people. I just be for my people. And I can't, like, something like that saying, my God, that's putting me through the worst right now in my life, the worst, to see how strong I can be because I real strong. I just take so much until I can't take no more. And then I just come to a breaking point. But the other day when I was breaking down, when the first breaking down, Kevin was the person I had right there for making sure and saying, you know, Tanya, you have to stay good, you have to stay strong. Right? And now I have to be strong for you, and I can't even be strong for myself. Because like, I don't even have it in me no more. Because I'm just so tired, I'm so fed up with the world. I'm fed up with this world. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I can't take it no more. I can't go no more. I'm just tired. I'm fed up. I just can't.
So you guys gonna get out the bin or what?
You're too mixed up. I mean, why you mix me so I stay in the bin.
You is right in the bin is because you're guilty. You've been chatting me about stuff. And Rosalie
so you're
feels
too
the same
mixed up.
way.
I mean, mixed up.
That's the main reason why you guys in the bin right now.
Brit, fuck you. I said.
Fuck you, back girl. What the fuck?
Yeah, every day you come with your mix up. You're too mixed up, man. Go ahead.
Whatever.
And then I mix up with you today. So if you feel like leave.
Oh yeah, well, me I go leave, come and I go do not bin long.
Bye, you not bin.
Come in your comment section and would be disrespectful. Me that come on the live and me be disrespectful. Me not be disrespectful. Me come for ask. Me come for just find out as a big person what is the matter. Why y'all cuss me? Because
I saw the screen record as when me said it. I saw it, this why I played for you.
You have to stop listening to
I'm a mad person.
People them a mix up over here. Them a mix up because if Lady P, I mean I know why. That is just Lady P. Lady P is just that type of person who just bring up things. That is just she. But me never have no bad vibes towards you. And this is what people want. You realize some of them that come in and say, bye Vonnie, go, we not like you. Because them want me come for this.
Yeah, me can't say that.
Them want me come on the live and start this year for me and you at it. And it now go on because me not trouble you. Like me been not trouble you. As me say, me see the screen record you said about me with Brittany. You're not the only first person to say things about me and Brittany. So me say that is your opinion.
But Ivani, please give me a minute. Please make us say something to you. For that video, me even go back and watch back that video. Because it's sure in that video me say
me not have a problem
don't
with
bring down Brit. You have to bring her. So me even go look back and see if me said you're bad man, because definitely when me talk about you, me I say you have to motivate her, don't bring her down when she down.
So there is no way me could have see your video and take up your video upon my head cuss you when there are thousands of other people said the same thing. I'm gonna cuss them.
That is what I'm saying. Me I say, oh,
so
Ivan, if you just speak up,
me just scroll past. The only thing I said today was mad. So if you feel like I said I disrespect you by saying you're mad, okay, apologize, I'm sorry, but I was not saying anything bad about you. I wasn't classing you, me never did bring down you, and me are the first person to jump out and say,
no,
the lady can't cook me actually watch her because I do watch you.
Ivani, I apologize for everything I'm going to say as well. No guys, me no business.
It's just
it take a big person to come up and step up and do something like this. I apologize. Lady P, for you, I can understand, but for Lady P, she in a class by herself. And I will never apologize to she.
Me now go pick up for my friend, she did a carry on, but you know why she was carry on too? Because of what the comment section was saying, because them commenters say, Lady P, Anne-Marie over there at this year. So today, when I see them in the comment section, I say, Anne-Marie at this year, Lady P start to disrespect you too. Because of what the people them are saying. Me never did this year, all me there say you
but for a big woman, you know good for you take ESA. For a big woman like that, you know good for you take ESA just like that.
People them will come on your page and say certain things because all they want to do is start mix up.
Say screen record can come out certain way and a true. But Lady P must still a rub you, I'm sorry. Yeah, right this so.
Katie had a lot to say today.
Come buck it out, man. Come buck it out of me then, do come buck it out of me then.
Never win, and it will never take you over. So whatever it is, the blood of Jesus, and that must say.
I'm telling you, man, you not understand, bro. You really not understand, man.
God understand. God understand.
You really not understand,
over.
You not understand,
over. And we over here to pray for you, and that we say. At the first, me I see you like this, and me not run from it.
Somebody ever have a blood clot youth from you yet? You ever love somebody so much, them all fucking you from your Dovey? You understand? You ever fucking love somebody so much, them all the fucking person from your brother? Go by your fucking knee, them actually pray for me, brother.
Blood of Jesus.
And then pussy over here say talk about me need help and need nothing and that pussy. What's up for the mother dog? You don't know.
You're gonna be okay. Whatever it is going on, Tavi, my team I pray for you. Me not care about who over there, so. Chacha. Mighty God. Mighty God.
15-year-old Abigail Anderson needs serious help for her baby.
I have a friend named Mr. Douglas. Mr. Douglas. And if I can try helping my baby, a young baby I have is a girl, and his name is Mary. And if I can try help her with some diaper and feeding and some shoes and some ties. Guys, I need that help, guys. Guys, I don't have it like that. I I was asking people if can help me, but please can help me some things can eat and my child, so I can feel happier. So I'm go to school. I go to school, this manual farm, and this farm said that I from Clarkstone. I have a friend named Mr. Douglas, and she's telling me that if you can help me with some things. And I live in Kerry Park, and we can find somebody to just speak what I can live in. Goodbye.
Welcome people, welcome back to the channel. So a little girl is asking for assistance. She's an extremely young mother. She goes by the name of Abigail Anderson.
These are my unpopular opinions. B. Simone. Now, in my opinion, B. Simone always gave me clout chaser vibes. I believe she does anything for attention, and it shows. And she's money hungry. That whole obsession she had with the baby at her big age was cringy. She made a poster of him, walking around with it, trolling him online. Even when they was on Wild 'N Out together, she was acting desperate towards him. Like, girl, stop embarrassing yourself. And then got mad when Danny didn't want to work with her on Wild 'N Out. Now, it was wrong that Danny can come on her show, on her job, and kick her off. But that was wrong on Nick Cannon part. Because he should have said, no, this is her job. I can't just kick her off. If anything, you can leave. But Nick Cannon didn't do that. But in Danny defense, the baby is her baby daddy. Y'all know B. Simone have a thing for the baby. Probably even slept with him, from what I heard. And she also made a diss track against Danny Lay. So of course she probably feel a little uncomfortable working with her, because the energy would be off. So I kind of get B. Simone's side and I kind of get Danny Lay's side. Because I don't want to go around about that being weird to me and thirsting behind my baby daddy. Then to make a whole diss track against me? Yeah, I see where she was coming from. And of course B. Simone played victim like she didn't play any parts in it. She definitely played parts in it. And that whole thing where she said she didn't take showers every day, I believe she just said that for attention. Anything to draw attention to herself. Do y'all honestly believe this child don't shower every day? And even when it came out, she was making a mockery of it, making jokes about it, making skits out of it. That shows me right there she just did it for attention. She would literally do and say anything. Cause what? And then she want people to pay to see her grieve. Why would anybody want to pay to see you grieve over your best friend? DC Young Fly longtime partner, Miss Jackie O that just passed away? Why would she say, if you're not in my close friends, you're not going to see much of my life during this time. Close friends, I love you. Thank you for being a safe space. And then got a link to it. When you click on the link, it shows that you got to pay money. Like, girl, are you that desperate for dollars? If you're going to grieve over your friend, just grieve. First of all, why are you even on the internet grieving? Grieve in your own space. I'm not going to be using somebody that's close to me, death, to make money. That was very sick of her. Somebody said, how could you ever bring yourself to use your friend's passing as a means to get people to pay for your close friends is insanity. This is beyond low and disgusting. And I agree. I would never in my life stoop that low for dollars. And then that time she got canceled, or supposedly got canceled, for stealing somebody's ideas for a book, for her book. Which, if you look at it, it's the same questions, almost the same layout. And even when it came out, she didn't even deny it. She was like, she got to make money. She didn't deny stealing it. And then she said she wouldn't date a man that worked a 9 to 5. Which I ain't mad at, because everybody have their preference. She don't want to date a man that work a 9 to 5, but it's okay to date somebody else, man. It's okay to be thirsty over somebody else, baby daddy. Okay, I get it. But tell me what y'all think below. And who do y'all want me to do next?
Foot Locker just canceled themselves. They posted a now deleted TikTok trying to be relatable, showing that their employees are not allowed to sit down during their shifts. And the fact that they posted this themselves is crazy. The video was live for less than 3 hours, but because the comments were looking something like this, they were quick to remove it. And while some people did call them out on their Instagram page, Foot Locker decided to ignore the scandal altogether and not post for a total of 3 days. When they went back to posting their normal content, people in the comments seemed to go back to normal as well. So if you didn't hear,
I wasn't asking Kavi for her vagina. I just did that tell Kavi say she lazy and she need to go learn to cook as a big woman. Cause they get up every day in a company media and shake he leg them. Me don't know when they do. You know? That alone can't give no husband, Kavi. That's why you're not married, Kav. Kav, that's why you're not married, Kavi.
But how you know me not married?
Every day me see your
woman man, but me have a bum man.
Every day me see your palm for you page. See ya? Every day palm for you page. Are you this?
But me have a man.
Kav.
See, and me have a man though. Me have a bum man. The woman we are talking
Kav, can I speak?
So how it go?
Cav.
How it go? See, I me have a man and me a shape body. All the girls them will say them have a blood clot gland. Don't have a man. Me have a man.
Yeah.
Sicily have a pen that one. Me have a man. All the trip don't like
have a pen that one.
Me have a man.
Wait, bro, me come.
Me have a bumbo clad teddy bear. My teddy bear.
Can I speak? Can I speak, Cav?
What you saying?
Cav, can I speak?
What?
Cav.
Where are right now?
First, why? Can you tell me say your man around 26, 27? So,
weak. What you saying?
Hold on, Cav. Cav, you make me talk. You gonna make me talk, Cav.
You drink strong back and cocky weak, no blood clot. That's why you can't have a woman.
You see, this is why I'm not like. Look out for people, you know. This is why I'm not want. Look out for people.
See, and what you know about blood clot, good goal, grippy, good throat me.
Cav. Every day you come here, so.
Man, you don't have a woman who in a
Mikey, God of
See, and you don't have a blood clot woman, my name you. See, and you don't have a blood clot woman. Mind me consume your blood clot. Who don't have a woman? Sian, not true me no come show me blood clot man. Me better than all of them woman and show them man. Cause all of them woman and show them man in the blood clot them. Sian, what are you saying to me? What are you bumbo clot saying to me?
Me.
Sian, you don't have a bumbo clot woman. Not even Brit want you. Why anybody
Swiss, where you say no, bro? That's weird, man. Try to change the TV channel. You said too much, too hot.
You have to knock the board so me hear. Get the cutting board and knock it. Nah, here. Get the cutting board.
See, I'm not a blood clot teddy bear. My teddy bear love me no blood clot.
Cav, me can't talk?
Why you stop and see here?
Cav, can I speak? When am I time to talk?
No, I don't.
When am I time to talk?
Fire chat for Christian.
When am I time to talk, Cav?
My teddy bear.
Every day you come over here, start talk.
I girl for all in blood clot.
Cavi.
What are you saying to me?
Cav.
Food now, no blood clot man. All the man them will lick Christian. What are you saying to me? Only the man them will lick no blood clot. And nyami. And licky. And lick out body. I don't do it, Sian. Sian, if I need a girl for hold my man, if my pussy don't good, me hire a girl.
Something. So I accept her now, Raja accept her now. She turn around and she makes it me and she go over her life and she blast me. And she talk all manner of stuff about me. And the whole reason why I didn't accept her is because them not talk. So why add fuel to the fire and this girl blast me and to this day me not talk and me not say nothing about it. And she come back again. Man, at some point if you continue arguing with people and not argue about you, come know you're over here on the next page. Man, if you continue pushing hate and I fight against people and I fight against you, it not go nowhere. It not go put you nowhere. It doesn't matter if it take a week, a year, months, people are going to see you for who you really are. At one point, you have to stop this. At one point, you have to stop this. If 95% of the people in your life is not in your life anymore, at some point, you have to look in the mirror and wonder who is the problem. And you have to stop pushing them and hate them and negative vibes. And you have to stop it. The moment you go take Lady P page and come from my page, come right and diss me. Oh, Papa. The moment you go up top, thank you. The moment you go do that, you're going too far. Up top, big up yourself. Ronnie, enough is enough. You go too far. Me, I tell you, say you go too far because you see when you direct it towards me and you know within God or yourself, that means you have nothing at some point. This is madness. This don't make no sense now. This is ludicrous behavior. This don't make no sense. The blood clot all of me eyelash come out. You go against me, you know, right? And you cuss me and you hang whatever you want up on the internet. Each time you do it, you don't mark you, me ignore it. You do it many times. What type of forward you expect to get from me? How much people do you expect to cheer for you doing this?
Moderator. Problem part 2. Him go tell me say me have go down on me yard. Me say for what? Him same sister come from quarried with him boyfriend and me can't stay there. Him go there now, him say him go drop me off. Him drop me off in yard. Me not tell him drop me off in yard. Him drop me off in yard. And then him left go say him go for his sister, the man carry them at hotel, his sister and his sister boyfriend. And he don't come back till tomorrow after 9, after him carry me. No, not disrespect that me did it alone. Me not no water to drink. Me not nothing to eat, dog. And this me my youth. You can't have me come from country. You make me left from country come at your yard. Man, that fuck up, dog. I wanna tell me to plan TikTok. I wanna tell me plan TikTok. No, them man they don't cook. I just straight box food.
Oh.
I'm not did I tell it only for no say respect my dog. If I did respect me, I would have done that me killer. Better me not give up. No man not better me know man when I have so much money like able and treat me 10 times better than that. You hear me I tell you? Me tell him before me left me yard. Me said dog.
Not no money.
Me said dog me nah no money. As a God me killer. Better me I let him look for me and give me $5,000. Then God take me life yourself me I tell lie. And he call in drive for me and I me have to pay in drive all time. What the fuck?
I'm gonna give you a little pum pum tonight. I never give you no pum pum. It feels weird, you know? Yeah. It feels weird, you know? I feel looking at myself now. Looking at myself now. No, this is bad. No, sir. I want the phone ringing. I told you somebody was knocking on the door. I wonder, wait till you're ready now, Piggy. Your phone. I'm pushing a bag. No. Keep it traditional, man. Make her wait till the morning to get a pum pum. Oh, pump is over. I don't plan to take back a gift to my ring. Somebody say, boss up. Somebody say me for boss up. You know what I mean, man? Yes. Somebody say me for boss up. What do you say, guys? What do you say? I want to say, where we going? Oh, yes, the on the moon night. Around the poem later. What do you say? Yes, man, yes. Everybody I say yes. People let my vote here. Hey, people let my TikTok vote here. They know I deserve it. I feel like you deserve it. Hey, where's the jeans? Where's the jeans? But let them and me and jeans take up too much space in our clothes. You have one word obsession with jeans. You're supposed to take them on jeans. No. Yes. Run it later. You know, I should have called one girl for a threesome. How you know what, a threesome? You know, I'm a boss. Eh? I can't manage that. What? You're one cookie curly. I spend my time with you first. After you leave it. Oh, alright. Where's your answering you and your answer? Huh? So what me your pain of mine? Don't mind me at all.
The horrifying crime of unimaginable, inexplicable horror and grief.
Police have described as one of the worst they've ever seen.
3 precious little angels are dead.
And their mother is clinging to life after their father doused the family car in petrol and set it on fire.
It was the crime that shocked Australia, the murder of Brisbane mother Hannah Clark and her 3 children, bringing attention to a form of domestic violence few had ever heard of, coercive control. For the past 8 months, we've been dissecting every element of this crime, the relationship and the issue of coercive control, to tell you the whole story, Hannah's story. Many connected to Hannah's story are speaking out for the first time about what happened, what we've learned, and what still needs to change. It's heartbreaking and it is confronting, but this is also a story of hope. We can all learn from Hannah's story. Listen now anywhere you get your podcasts.
Arthur, you have been a routine, you know. Arthur, you're a routine this night. Come. You're a routine this night. You're a routine, listen. 1, 2, alright. 1, 2, 3.
This now. Someone did a fake police call to my house. So whoever's watching this that did this, you stupid motherfucker. You're literally playing games with my life and bothering my night. Me and my assistant are in my house, cozy and chilling, and someone did a fake police call. There's a police car, there's an ambulance saying shots fired. You guys, I'm not kidding, look.
What?
Someone watching this did a fake cop call on me saying that there was shots fired at my ranch. The whole town loves me.
He got swatted, bro. No fucking.
He just swatted me.
He got
Whoever swatted me, you're a stupid motherfucker.
No
It's
way.
funny as fuck, but it's also really not because I'm so chilled in my house.
That's not funny, bro.
No. Listen.
It puts you in danger. It's funny. This has never happened
listen.
before. I got swatted. I'm not kidding. There's ambulances here thinking I'm shot and hurt.
Yo, was it the dude from the live?
It had to be.
Does that mean
Are you the cop car? Wait, are you the cop car?
No,
There's a bunch of.
I'm in my own Hummer. I have the electric Hummer.
Oh, he's him.
Let me see that thing. Hold on. I can you flip the camera?
Let me see that.
You guys,
That thing looks sick.
I have 25 cars. Listen, there's ambulances here. There's a fire department, and all my neighbors think that I did something wrong.
Look at her rinse me mouth pan a cocky tonight and tapping eyes.
Rinse him out.
Me say, if Jamaica no get fuck beer back something else, me no know where else for say Jamaica get fuck royally, you know. Yo, me just listen this a while ago and me face cringe right through the whole bumbuckler thing. This a them here sitting here, big woman sit down and offer advice to little pitney for fuck big man for things. For fuck big man for things. And what you used to do. Where you there in a life, mama? And that's my question for you now. If you are going to offer them the grand advice that to bumbuckler teeny young adolescents, where are you in bumbuckler life? Where you there in a life? Me never bumbuckler see or hear about you yet, so nothing can too big a go on for you. You understand? Me say me listen this a while ago and me cringe right through. Me say me lose faith in a humanity in a man. The woman say, fuck Roger, I have things in with you. Take out your bubbles when you reach her here. Bumbuckler. Yo. You see the war with Ja talk about as the twins of twins brother say, they are earth right now, a good against evil, a good against bumbuckler evil. Me can't believe what me just listen a while ago. And people, you know what? Me done talk. Me done bumbuckler talk.
African spent in Jamaica. Look how much I want to use to fuck. Hey, I don't want that to have live, you see? So make a rinse my mouth pan a cocky tonight and tapping
Rinse him out. No, no pan a cocky later. But we see when you got this, Jenna.
Yeah, but I'm tell you, me a fuck from me at 16. I mean, never that but no local boy. Because me come from a very poor background. I mean, no boy they go to all of my nigga. And me can blood clot collect. Roger have money girls fucking me with gear. Cause I don't look like him, you know. If you when you go to your house, take out your bubbles and clip and take off your uniform, because your body big and nice. Because enough of them say father, fuck them from them at 2 and then come over here going like them a good girl.
And then brother.
And come over here and come talk about who are pedophile. Pedophile fuck pitney with your 2.
Yeah.
And 3 and 4. No, but it's true. You're just little girl poop good and grab like a gummy bear. Don't leave her. And I make them tell her nothing if she over. Government give you the age of consent for sex from 16. No, but we are fuck from 14 and 15 and come for internet because now we with the pussy principle in our face and go like we are fuck when we are 20.
Yes, it doesn't
and no, we are fuck last time. And no, we want to pussy like a sky goose. No, we. We don't leave the man. You see Jamaica people?
I'm Terry Joe, shred me to the smithereens.
Well, I wish somebody would come to your house and shred everything in it, just smithereens. Everything in there is tacky as hell, just like the clothes you're wearing and just like your hair. And your makeup formula, tacky. But let me...
Tacky now.
She said...
She said...